Continuing on with our discussion about place value, I'd like to introduce you to the place value house. You can see that in this house there are 3 rooms. Now it actually has many more rooms going on in this direction, but we're just going to be focusing on these 3. The one on the right is the ones value room. Then we have the tens, and then we have the hundreds. So let's look at a number like 49. When we put the number in, we're always going to put it all the way to the right. So the digit on the right most, since we're not dealing with decimals or other things, refers to the ones. So in the number 49, there are actually 9 ones. We know that. That's what this 9 means. And there are also 4 tens. So let me go ahead and get we have 4 10 rods here, and we're going to have 9 ones. Manipulatives, are concrete and a wonderful way to be able to visualize numbers. So even though they can be loud and messy, they're really worth it to use. And the great thing about manipulatives is that after we've used them for a while and we understand the deeper meaning, we can continue to use them if we'd like, but we could also go on to just drawing pictures or using the abstract numbers. But we always like to have a visual, even if we're not actually looking at it, in our brain of what's going on. So let's go ahead. Right now, I actually only have 46. So I'm going to add 3 more so that I can have 49. I'm going to kind of put them in this format, like a 10 frame form, so I can see. So this is 49. If you could see all of the 10 rods, you'd be able to see that. So I just want to highlight what this 9 means is that there are 9 ones. So here are my 9 units to represent the 9 ones. Now I'm also going to ask a series of very specific questions that I'd like us to talk about when we are doing numbers like this. So I'd like to ask you, which digit is in the tens place? The answer is 4. The digit 4 is in the tens place. So then I'll ask 4 for what? And then your answer would be 4 tens. Like we have 4 10 rods here. And then I'll ask, and what does that digit 4 represent? And the answer will be 40. And that's what we can see when we kind of expand our place value cards. We can see that the digit 4 represents 40 because it's in the tens place. All right, so let's do another example. Let's look at the number 124. So if I ask which digit is in the ones place, you would answer 4. For what? You'd answer 4 ones. And that represents 4. Here's 4, right? Now, which digit is in the tens place? The answer, 2. And what does 2 represent? The next question, 2 what? You'd answer 2 tens or 2 10 rods like this. And lastly, when I say, and what does that 2 represent in that position? You would answer 20 because it's 2 tens, which is 20. And lastly, the digit in the hundreds place is 1. 1 what? 100. And here's 100 flat. And when I ask, what does that 1 in that place represent? You would answer 100. So let's do just another brief little example. I'm going to take this number here. It has a lot of 2's in it, 222. So you'll notice these all have this is all the same digit repeated here, 222. But this 2 represents 2 ones, or 2. This 2 here represents 2 tens, which is 20. And this 2 here represents 2 hundreds, which is 200. So again, maybe not too tricky, but I just want to make sure we have the exact language down for that.